At noon yesterday in Washington, D.C., Donald Trump declared,
"The golden age of America begins right now."
This is Tuesday, January 21st, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into a chilly Tuesday across the Lone Star State. Thanks for spending this first full day of the new golden age with the Texas Minute. At 9 a.m. today, you can join Brandon Waltons and me live on X, YouTube, and Facebook as we talk about what's coming up this week in the Lone Star State. I hope you'll join us. Let's get to the news. Legislation filed in the Texas House would prohibit public universities from granting tenure or any type of permanent employment status to professors. It won't affect, though, those individuals who receive tenure before September 1st, 2025. The measure was authored by Republican State Representative Matt Shaheen of Plano. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has advocated for eliminating tenure since 2022. He's argued that tenured leftist professors are poisoning the minds of the next generation and must not be shielded behind claims of academic freedom in taxpayer-funded institutions. It's worth noting that no state has yet successfully banned tenure. A new report from the Texas House is recommending a statewide ban on first responders buying drones made in China. Lawmakers suggest that drones currently in service should be phased out. Back in 2023, a Texas Scorecard investigation found that Chinese-made drones were pervasive in state and local government agencies. Because of heavy subsidization by the Chinese government, those drones had flooded the market by undercutting the prices of non-Chinese manufacturers. Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit on Monday morning to prevent the unlawful restriction of offshore oil drilling put in place by the Biden administration. Earlier this month, then-President Joe Biden announced that he would ban oil and gas drilling in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. He did so under the 1953 Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act, which allows presidents to stop oil and gas leasing and development in federal waters. President Donald Trump has previously said that he would undo the measure on his first day, even if it had to be challenged in court. Now Paxton has filed the lawsuit, calling the Biden action, quote, a last-minute attempt by the outgoing administration to dictate energy policy. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
In a historic return to power, Donald J. Trump was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, making him only the second president in history after Grover Cleveland to serve non-consecutive terms. He began his address with a simple declaration.
"The golden age of America begins right now."
Texans were among the thousands who traveled to Washington to witness the momentous occasion, despite the ceremony being moved inside the Capitol Rotunda due to freezing weather. Among those attending was State Representative Wes Verdell, a Republican from Brady, who expressed his optimism about the path forward under Trump's leadership. Many of the president's first executive actions addressed pressing issues, including the southern border crisis and energy production. You can find the details of all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Walker York and based on the original reporting of Valerie Munoz, Robert Montoya, Emily Medeiros, and Brandon Waltons. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Stay warm today.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.